Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle Award Nomination Bundle of December 2025. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I would like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Bright Memory Infinite, an exhilarating first-person shooter that delivers the full experience promised by its brilliant 30-minute predecessor. It's an incredibly slick blend of Bulletstorm, Shadow Warrior, and Devil May Cry, emphasizing fast-paced action and creative combat mastery. You take control of Shelia, a member of the Science Research Organization, investigating a mysterious black hole. Be warned, the plot is paper-thin, character development is almost non-existent, and the voice acting is lackluster. Thankfully, the narrative stays out of the way, serving only to propel you toward the next encounter. The real meat here is the gameplay. Though the gun selection is meager, each firearm boasts a useful secondary fire, like the pistol's incendiary grenades or the assault rifle's tracking bullets. You must master the gunplay alongside Shelia's sword for parries and melee, and her EMS-enabled exo-arm for powerful rocket punches that manipulate and knock down foes. The game demands you mix this diverse skill set to succeed against varied enemy types, making every victory deeply satisfying. The main drawback is the length. The campaign lasts only about 2 hours. While some sequences like the stealth and driving missions feel undercooked, they're brief diversions from the high-octane action. If you seek a tight action-packed thrill ride with incredible graphics, you should play this game. If you need a long campaign or a deep story, you should probably look elsewhere. At number 2 we have A Space for the Unbound, an adventure game set in the 1990s Indonesian town where memories and reality blend in increasingly unsettling ways. You play as Atma, a teenager whose seemingly ordinary life with his supernaturally gifted girlfriend Raya spirals into a tale of abuse, bullying, and mental health struggles. What starts as a charming slice-of-life story quickly transforms into a dark and deeply emotional journey. This game does not shy away from tough topics, like depression, anxiety, and unaliving thoughts. So it is important to heed the developer's warnings if you're sensitive to these themes. As Atma, you will explore the town, solving puzzles, engaging in combat sequences, and using a magical ability called Space Dive to dive into characters' minds, uncovering their deepest secrets and traumas. These mindscapes provide some of the game's most creative and impactful moments, blending puzzles with storytelling in ways that keep you hooked. There's also a layer of lighthearted side quests, like petting every cat in town and beating arcade high scores, offering some relief from the heavier plot points. Visually, A Space for the Unbound is a pixel art masterpiece with stunning scenes that elevate the emotional impact of the story. The soundtrack further enhances the experience, perfectly capturing the game's mood swings from despair to hope. While some parts may feel drawn out, the narrative's emotional weight and unexpected twists make it a memorable experience. It is a beautifully haunting journey that stays with you long after the credits roll. At number 3 we have Cobalt Core, a delightful spaceship roguelike deck builder that successfully builds upon the Slay the Spire formula with an emphasis on thrilling turn-based starship duels. This game stands out by integrating a critical movement mechanic into its combat, a feature that feels as impressive as it is absurd for a turn-based game. In each standoff, you manage your ship and a hand of cards to move, fire, or shield. The enemy's intentions, usually shoot you, are visible each turn, giving you the choice to tank the damage with shields, or more satisfyingly, dodge the attacks entirely. Your ship can shift to the left or right by playing specific cards, stimulating the high-tension barrel rolling of a dogfight as you constantly move in and out of the line of fire. You begin with a crew of 3 animal characters, part of a time loop, each bringing unique cards and strategies, such as focusing on movement or pure firepower. Discovering the best trio and building your deck with fireable drones, missiles, and enemy hacking cards is incredibly fun. The witty, punchy writing adds charm to the simple premise, keeping the tone light and getting you back to the action quickly. Between battles, you navigate the star map, where you decide on risky routes through standard battles, random events, some dangerous, some silly, like a ship football game, or elite enemies. Winning against elites rewards you with powerful artifacts. While this does not have the endless replayability of some other deck builders, you'll find a solid 40 hours of engaging fun, making it an outstanding addition to the genre. At number 4 we have I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, a narrative deck-building RPG presented in a visual novel style, chronicling your life on the alien planet Vertumna, from age 10 to 20 without a developing space colony. This game is an indie masterpiece that expertly intertwines a compelling coming-of-age story with addictive gameplay mechanics. The core loop involves navigating dramatic colony life, strengthening friendships, including 10 romanceable characters, and improving a character's 15 different stats through various jobs. When you undertake a task or encounter a check, you engage in a simple yet balanced card minigame where you use cards with numerical values and unique powers to meet a goal. Crucially, these cards represent the memories you form, brilliantly linking your life experiences directly to your abilities in combat and skill checks. The game is short. Your first playthrough might only take 10 hours, but it is designed for maximum replayability with a fascinating time loop twist. You're strongly encouraged to play again to explore the 1000 story events and the 50 different endings you likely missed. The gorgeous art and stylized visuals allow the choice-based narrative to branch extensively, as even the smallest decisions can send ripples that entirely alter the status quo of your colony's future, affecting not only your life, but the fate of your entire tight-knit community, which constantly faces existential threats. The game tackles dark, nuanced themes, including colonialism and the meaning of survival, without pulling its punches. If you're looking for one of the most well-told RPG stories that rewards repeated play, you should not overlook this gem. At number 5 we have Ghostrunner 2, a high-octane parkour adventure set in a neon-bathed cyberpunk city, delivering everything you loved about its predecessor and more. The game plunges you into a stunning world, illuminated in vibrant colors, accompanied by an electrifying soundtrack. As a Ghostrunner, you navigate through a breathtaking cityscape, mastering fast-paced parkour and lethal combat. The game's new hub area, HQ, provides downtime between missions, allowing you to interact with various NPCs and upgrade your skills. You'll meet intriguing characters like Kira, a sassy hacker with a nosy robotic companion, and other members of the Climbers, who add life to the game's world. These interactions, though not as deep as characters in some RPGs, enrich the narrative and create a sense of camaraderie. Ghostrunner 2 introduces exciting new abilities, including ultimate skills, like a deadly laser and bullet time, adding strategic depth to combat. The Shuriken skill is particularly fun, letting you stun enemies, create grappling points, and cause explosive chaos. Additionally, the game features numerous puzzles that require quick thinking and precise execution, enhancing the overall experience. The Asura, rogue Ghostrunners serving as formidable antagonists, provide intense boss battles. The Avatar's fight in the Cyber Void stands out, challenging you to juggle hacks, wall runs, and projectile dodging in a visually stunning arena. This encounter balances difficulty and fun, making it a memorable highlight. Ghostrunner 2's beautiful cyberpunk city, with its atmospheric locales and stellar soundtrack, elevates the game. It successfully builds upon the original, offering a more immersive and challenging experience. You're invited to dive into Dharma City and save it. It's a journey well worth taking. At number 6 we have Immortality, an extraordinary interactive experience that transcends traditional gaming, blending mystery, horror, and cinematic storytelling into a unique narrative. You play as an investigator, delving into the life of Marissa Marcel, an enigmatic actress who starred in 3 unreleased films. Through a treasure trove of clips, from her movies, interviews, and behind-the-scenes footage, you piece together the mystery of her disappearance. At first, the game feels disorienting, as you sift through the footage, unsure of what you're searching for. But as you explore, patterns emerge. You start to notice subtle details, hidden secrets, and connections between the scenes that pull you deeper into the story. The game's core mechanic of pausing and clicking on faces or objects to reveal new footage is both innovative and immersive, keeping you engaged as you unravel the layers of Marissa's life. What truly distinguishes Immortality is its eerie and captivating atmosphere. The horror here is not just in the blood or jump scares, it's in the psychological tension, the disturbing power dynamics, and the way Marissa's story unfolds. Manon Gage delivers a phenomenal performance, capturing the complexity of a woman who evolves from a vulnerable actress to a commanding presence. Immortality is not for everyone. It requires patience and a keen eye for detail. But for those who dive in, it offers an unforgettable experience, leaving you thinking about Marissa Marcel long after the credits roll. This is a masterpiece in interactive storytelling. At number 7 we have Chicory, A Colorful Tale, a charming top-down adventure that combines classic Zelda-style exploration with unique painting mechanics, all wrapped in a distinctive black and white aesthetic. You start as a janitor to the titular Chicory, the chosen wielder of a magical brush, but when the world is washed of all color, you must take up the abandoned brush to set things right. The game immediately grabs your attention with its simple flipbook-like cartoon visuals, where every scene is a literal blank canvas for you to fill. At first, your painting abilities are limited, but as you explore the intricately crafted world, you'll unlock new powers. You will learn to swim through the paths of paint you create and use paint streams to jump gaps, solving surprisingly tricky puzzles along the way. Exploration is the real joy, as the world is designed with hidden paths and collectibles that encourage you to revisit areas with your new skills. Beneath the wholesome charm, the game thoughtfully interrogates difficult issues like depression and feelings of low self-worth, particularly in emotionally intense boss battles found within dark, foreboding trees. These encounters make a huge tonal shift and are surprisingly tricky, though the game admirably includes numerous accessibility options, even allowing you to skip them entirely. The strong writing, endearing anthropomorphized animal characters, all named after food, and fantastic music make the whole experience a joy to play from start to finish. Chicory is a masterpiece that uses its art-based mechanics to deliver an important, heartfelt message, proving it deserves to be played by all. At number 8 we have Pocket Bravery, an impressive 2D indie fighting game that channels the spirit of 90s classics like Street Fighter and King of Fighters, filtered through the adorable chibi-style aesthetic of the Neo Geo Pocket. It offers you a fantastic retro experience with modern depth. You are greeted by vibrant pixel art and slick, fluid animations that make every punch and elemental special move feel satisfying. The diverse character roster, each with unique playstyles, relies on an elemental or Ichor gauge to unleash powerful screen-filling ultimate attacks. While the core controls feel familiar to veterans using classic quarter circle inputs, an accessible control scheme ensures you can jump right into the action, regardless of your skill level. The game excels at giving you content outside of competitive play. The full-featured story mode is told through striking comic book cutscenes, although you might find the difficulty spiking or the multi-opponent fights frustrating. Beyond the narrative, a ton of modes await. Arcade, survival, time attack, trials, and advanced tools like Combo Factory. You get plenty of replay value, even if you prefer tackling the game alone. However, you should know the experience is not perfect. Although the netcode is capable, finding an opponent in the online lobbies can be a challenge, making this primarily a single-player fighter. Despite minor issues with blocking mechanics and steep learning curves, if you appreciate deep combat, nostalgic visuals, and a massive amount of offline content, you'll adore this valiant indie titan. At number 9 we have The Vale, Shadow of the Crown, a fully fledged role-playing experience that relies entirely on auditory perception, offering a unique and incredibly immersive game world that is literally shrouded in darkness. You play as Alex, a princess born blind, who is forced to brave the harsh wilds of the Vale after her retinue is attacked by barbarians. Since you see the world from Alex's perspective, the game has virtually no graphics, relying on phenomenal sound design and voice acting to breathe life into the narrative and world. You navigate locales by carefully listening to sound cues, such as the faint notes of music indicating an inn or the buzzing of bees nearby. Maneuvering is a slow, patient process, as you must use your hearing to avoid obstacles and uncover secrets in the vibrant, detailed world around you. Alex is no helpless royal. You must hone her senses and combat training to survive. You use sound to locate enemies and wild game, engaging in a varied combat system where you defend, attack, and eventually cast magic based purely on audio cues. Progressing in the RPG is done by purchasing better equipment to increase your stats, replacing traditional health bars and leveling systems. While this unique approach requires patience and can be a difficult adjustment if you're accustomed to visual games, the engrossing fantasy yarn and spectacular characters make the investment worthwhile. The Vale is a truly insightful and powerful experience that not only opens up gaming to visually impaired players, but provides an unparalleled immersion experience for everyone. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is absolutely stacked. If you don't own the heavy hitters, Cobalt Core, Exocolonist, Immortality, and Chicory, you're basically missing out on 4 certified indie masterpieces. The sheer quality and diversity here are insane, spanning card battling roguelikes, choice-driven RPGs, and unique emotional adventures. Even if you have a few, the value is too good to ignore. This bundle is an easy must-buy for your backlog. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel on Ko-fi. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.